answer the phone every single time. Okay? And what its capabilities are, I'm going to give you guys an example. So let me actually walk you guys through step by step where to find this stuff, where to get where to get this information in your CRM. So when you log in, you should see AI agents. If you don't see AI agents, send me a message and I'll make sure that you get that set up. Okay. So today, what we're specifically talking about, just to catch you guys up who just joined, what we're specifically talking about is voice AI. And my goal, my promise today is that you guys are going to know more than what you knew coming into this call, and you're going to know exactly how to implement it in your business same day. Okay. So go to AI agents. You're going to click on create agent. Here you can update it. So I'm going to name it Sean Thomas. That's my middle name. Heather Fowler. And we look at this. This is really cool. English and Spanish. That is really cool. I'm going to select English and Spanish. No, let's stick with English. Okay. Also, I have a variety of different voices. Let's listen to some of these.
Chris McGuire here from Chicago. I turn complex ideas into clear, engaging stories, a voice for many situations. Let's bring your vision to life.
I like that one. All right, and the AI's initial message. So this is what is said immediately as soon as someone answers the phone, or as soon as that phone line gets connected. Okay, so we're going to say something along the lines of, "This is Heather's AI voice assistant. Can I connect you with Heather, or would you like to leave a message?" Okay. Now, also, you see here where it says, I'm going to blow this up so you guys can see my screen. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So you see here, there's an existing knowledge base. You guys can create different bits of knowledge. And when I'm referring to knowledge, you can upload your website. So you can upload your website and it will crawl your website and actually see all of the text so it understands more about your business. You can give it FAQs, and here soon you'll be able to give it tables. Now, can anyone think of a reason why you'd want to give it tables, like Google Sheets?
So that it has like information like pricing or things like that? I don't know.
What if you had a table or an Airtable or a Google spreadsheet that had all of the active listings on the market right now?
Oh, that'd be good.
And it was updated in a 24-hour period. You could set that up in Zapier. What if you had a table with all of your active listings, your specific ones? What if you had a table with all of your agents' information? Right. So there's a lot of things that you could do here. Okay. So let me go back to our voice AI. I'm sorry. I know I'm clicking around, just trying to find the last one I just made. Okay, I'm going to make that over again. All right. So I'm going to name my guy Sean Thomas. I'm going to say, hey, this is Heather's voice AI assistant. Can I connect you with Heather, or would you like for me to take a message? Also, I could throw in here this little tag right here that you guys see in high level is what's called a custom value. And so if you've ever wondered like how emails say, hey, Heather, hey, Kelly, hey, Andres, it's because of this custom value. So now when this person calls, it should say, hey, John, hey, Sally. All right, now I'm going to save that. Come on. Do, 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 do. Come on. Come on. Okay, it did say. All right. Now, so we could, let's just say we throw in our knowledge base, all right? And now we have a few options here. Notice this. So we could do either, we could gather their name, their email, their home address, or their issue, whatever they're trying to call about. So if I select only the contact's issue, immediately the only thing that it's going to talk about is why are you calling? Why are you calling? And also you'll notice here it says add call summary as a note to the contact. So as soon as that call is over, an AI note summary of all the transcripts of what was communicated will not only get emailed to you, but will also get updated into your contact notes of the conversation. So, and also let's say if you had a workflow or a trigger automation that you wanted to set up after the fact, after a conversation was happened, then you could connect your workflow here. All right. Now I'm going to test this here in a second, but one last thing I'm going to share with you is the advanced mode. So the advanced mode, notice how you can do a lot more things. All right. Check this out. Call transfer, trigger a workflow, send SMS, update contact field, book appointment, or a custom action, which is using code, okay? So call transfer. If someone says a curse word, AT&T, try this next time when you're on hold for 20 minutes. Just start, excuse me, I'm going to curse for a second, guys. I'm just warning you. Just start saying fuck consistently, over and over again. And what's interesting, like AT&T or Verizon, these big companies, they've all figured out if their customers say curse words, you need to transfer that customer right away. And so you can actually do the same thing. So if someone says buy, you transfer them to Josh Wheelock. If they say sell, you transfer them to Kelly. If they say that their budget is less than X amount, you send them to your junior agent. If they say that their budget is above a certain amount, you send them to your top agent. So you guys see the different possibilities that you can come up with here. Now, let me click on call transfer just so I can give you guys an example of what this looks like, okay? I'm going to call this live call transfer if it's a buyer. All right, number to transfer it to, let's do, Heather, what's your phone number?
770-608-2759.
2759?
Yep.
All right. This call should take place when? If the contact clearly expresses that they are a buyer, comma, or remotely interested in purchasing real estate or selling real estate, comma, make the transfer. All right. What to say before transferring the call so it's not completely weird. Could you hold for a moment while I try to connect you with Heather? All right. here, whisper message with call summary on transfer. Ooh, that's a new feature too. All right, I'm gonna save that. Hopefully it saves. All right. Also, guys, something else to notice. Notice how you have after the call actions. So if you wanted to send like a reminder note, if you wanted to send a notification, okay, you can do all sorts of things here, all sorts of things. Also, notice how you can actually edit the prompt itself, okay? You could even take this, copy it, throw it in the chat GPT, and you could tell it, I want you to 10x my prompt below. I'm going to say prompt to update. And if I wanted to, based on the outcome here, and I can tweak and edit it, I can just throw that right back into here, and it's going to follow that prompt when someone calls. So very, very customizable in the advanced mode. Okay. So now we have our live call transfer set up. We have our configuration. We want to know what the context issue is. Now let's see, let's make sure we save this. Oh, that's not good. That's a poor example. Okay, what else is it? Phone availability. Enable agent as a backup to the phone number. No. All right, so notice here, right? It says enable agent as a backup to the phone number or number pool. So you can set this up in two different ways. One, you can set it up to answer immediately as soon as a lead comes through. Why would you want to do this? Well, if you get a bunch of spam calls, if you get a bunch of people calling in, you know, or fake numbers calling back, things like that, you want to filter people out. That's a great way to do it. Why would you want to keep it on the back end? Well, maybe you miss a phone call, and instead of them hearing, you know, hi, you've reached Kelly Wheelock with Fit Family Homes. No, I'm kidding. Instead of them just getting a voicemail, they actually get to talk to an AI assistant. And guys, I'll just tell you, the general population of the United States of America looks at you guys as marketers, believe it or not. So the more technology driven that you guys are and appear, I promise it helps increase your status delta in their eyes. I promise. Okay, so I've attached my phone number. And we're ready for the test. So I'm going to make myself a contact if I'm not already in here. All right, I am. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to call. Notice how I set it up as a backup. That's why it's ringing so much. Are you getting a phone call, Heather?
Oh, yeah, I am. Should I answer it or should I let it go to the...
Let it go to voicemail.
Okay.
Maybe reject it because it's ringing for a while.
Hey, Sean, this is Heather's voice AI assistant. Can I connect you with Heather, or would you like for me to take a message?
I was actually curious. Someone called me, so I was just curious who you are.
Hey there, I'm Sean Thomas, the customer support specialist at Heather Fowler. I'm here to help with any questions or concerns you may have. Is there anything specific you'd like to know?
Yeah, I actually would like to buy a house.
Could you hold for a moment while I try to connect you with Heather?
Yeah.
Great.
Put it on speaker.
In buying a house.
Hello?
Okay,
Okay,
yeah, that connected.
well-
It went through.
What was that message before you, it connected?
I didn't have it on speakerphone, but it basically just said like your information and then is interested in buying a house.
Oh, wow. Wow. So you guys see how in minutes, guys, that took me minutes to set up. Now, you guys heard a couple things like she's, it's a girl's voice, Sean Thomas. Sean's kind of unisex these days, but that took me minutes to set up. So you guys call and then listen and interact with it, and then you realize, okay, I didn't like the way it handled that response. So you guys go back in here. So I might say, I didn't like how it just like didn't ask me anything. It's just like, could you hold for a moment, just straight up? Maybe I send a little bit of an acknowledgement. So got it. Might throw in got it, like softener, a little softener here, right? And what you heard, Heather, was the call summary before the transfer. So you guys will know whether or not this is like a bogus lead, it's bogus, whatever. This is a telemarketer, it's spam, it's an AI bot trying to call us. So you guys see how this is fully customizable, tailored to yourself, and I promise that you guys would know exactly how to implement it today, same day. So just to recap, when you log into your CRM and you find your agent, go to Voice AI Agents, and here you just edit just follow the prompts. Follow the prompts, follow the instructions, okay? And again, just put yourself in the shoes of the buyer or the seller, right? So what use cases can you use for this today? If you guys are getting spam calls or spam incoming calls to your business phone number, then this is perfect. I've listened to so many spam calls. One of our accounts has this, and I'd say about 1 in 5 are an actual buyer and seller. Everyone else is like a spam call. And because there's so many spam calls, the agent never answers their phone. And because they never answer their phone, they miss that 1 in 5 opportunities. And they personally told that to me. I missed my phone, a phone call, and it cost me $15,000 last month. And I think a lot of us can relate to that. So, Voice AI, ton of use cases. What were some of your takeaways, guys? You follow the prompts here. I know that was fast-paced, but don't worry, we did record it. So if you guys need the recording, I'll make sure it gets out to you. But what were some takeaways? What were some aha moments? What were some ideas that you guys came up with that that stood out to you?
I think, like you said, it's having that in place to answer the phone and filter out any spam, and actually answering the phone for people that are reaching out to you. Those opportunities may be missed, and having that in place would allow you to connect. We know that in this business, if a lead is looking to talk to someone, if they're not able to get a hold of you, they're going to call somebody else. So being able to capture that information, capture their contact, and be able to get that live transfer from the AI or get that notification to call them right back will definitely increase the opportunities of retaining that business that is coming, knocking on the door.
Mm-hmm.
And I think training it, you have to go in and then you can just add more prompts. You can teach it more about, your specific business, your specific needs of your customer, so it knows how to answer those. And then going in, you can change the voice. So I suggest if you're setting it up, listening to all of them and picking one that, you like, and then, going from there.
John, do I need to set up that workflow for all of our sub accounts?
Which workflow?
So to create, so Josh needs to create a voice. I need to create a voice every single, because our CRM is kind of separate.
Great question. So the voice AI is connected to one phone number. Yeah. One phone number. So if you got multiple users in one account, you could technically have multiple voice AIs, but there's only one phone number per AI. So, and I know you guys have other lead connector accounts, so they should have the same exact thing available to you. And also, guys, this just popped up. This is a recording, and notice how it's giving me the data on the conversation. So it tells me one trigger was activated in the call. The sentiment was positive. I've gotten a lot of phone calls where people are like, F you, don't call me back, etc. That's obviously negative. Average call length, and then right here, check this out. It's got the call summary. The user was curious about the call they received, expressed interest in buying a house. The agent attempted to connect to Heather. And then also, look at this. You can grab the transcripts if you wanted to. Now, here's where it gets even cooler, guys. Now I'm gonna let you go because I promised that we were gonna end on time for these calls. All right. You can give it feedback. You can tell it this was a great call. This was a good call. This was a bad call. And planting the seed for next week, guys. Next week, this is voice AI. So next week, what I'm going to introduce to you guys on Tuesday, and Heather, I'm just going to give you a little bit extra time to get like prepped for communities and your hosted meeting. But next week we're going to be talking about conversation AI, so the texting portion of it. So up until now, everything has been 100% managed by cloud, but now we have the ability to give you guys access to this, because before it's always been external. We have the ability to give you guys access and customization and the ability to make your own AI bots for any of your own use cases. Okay, like just think of the endless amount of use cases. Text this to this number. Text home to 888 da 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 da. There's so many different paths that you can take this, and the best part is that you're not responsible for the complete follow-up. That's amazing. We've always had drip campaigns. We've always had if this then that campaigns. But now, in the past, if I would have said, I'm thinking about buying, thinking about would have given an indicator, no, not buying. That's a keyword. That means that they're not buying. So don't push them on to the next stage, right? But now, like, the world doesn't work like that. It's not binary like that. It's all gray in colors. So, how was today? Was this good? Would you like more of this? More specific instructions on one thing? We're not bouncing. We're not going, newsletters, AI, just one thing. Is this good?
Well, I have a voice AI agent now, so I think it was good.
Hell yeah, let's go. And now you can tweak it. You can make edits. You can make changes. All right, cool. All right, guys. Tomorrow, I'm going to be inviting some of our case studies, some of our testimonials, and we're going to interview what's working. We're going to interview some of our guys and ask them what's working. So, speaking of Kelly, can I borrow Josh tomorrow? I'll buy you guys lunch.